Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Welcome to Footwork.
All right, welcome back to Footwork. Winter transfer window is gearing up, Sean. So we thought there was no better time than to, help you guys connect with a coach, connect with a scout, connect with a team via email. We say a lot to contact through phone, which I still believe in any way. Sean does too. If you get someone on the phone, it kind of creates that pressure and it kind of gives you a human feel. They kind of have to answer you. That's why phone, I think, is the best. But, emails can work too. We met someone out here, probably talk to him later, maybe on the pod, but yeah, emailed a ton of people and got an answer in Germany. So it's a good time. We're going to construct how to send an email, how to find the team, all that good stuff. And yeah, it's gearing up. We're helping some players right now. We won't go into too much detail because, we are nothing in that world, I guess. We're nothing yet. But, It's part of our thing. We want to help people. So hopefully we have some success stories for you guys soon. And other than that, yeah, we're gonna email the shit out of some people today. Sean, anything to add?
Yeah, exactly that. It's just as the transfer window is coming up, and there has been many people outside of the two people that actually did come to Germany that have questions. I think it's important to maybe show a little way that an American here that we won't go into detail about, but he had a lot of success in the Oberliga with emailing, which is amazing. So it's definitely a valid option. You're going to get a lot of non-responses, or if you do get a response, usually they might not be interested, but you have a chance. And it's not so difficult to do. I'll show you here. It takes about 2-3 minutes to do in total. And once you have an email template, you just copy and paste, replace the team name, etc., the location. That's it. So you're just finding emails and then sending basically the same email with making a few changes. So it doesn't take much time.
No, not at all. So I guess we'll share some screens, get after it, and we'll construct an email. So first off, I'll share first. We're going to start the email for you guys. And then Sean's going to take it away with where we're going. So where are we going first? We won't do the email yet, but subject. For me, I think subject, I've seen a lot of people do it differently. Usually I think you don't want to be too demanding. Maybe something like your name or, what would you put?
In the area looking to train or
in our document that we will release somewhere at some point, chance to train was kind of how I phrased it.
Chance to train, possibility to train.
We're going to do this in the form of our friend Brian Wagstaff. So I think maybe Brian Wagstaff, chance to train. You can also add in the area. We'll get into why that's a good thing to add. Yeah. You can add that as well. But yeah, chance to train, maybe we'll go with that one. So we'll start her off with that. But before we go even further, Sean, let's go into and let's find an email because we need to know who we're going to email so we can get some.
Sure. So let me share my screen and we'll do this together. There we go. See what I'm seeing. So let's go Oberliga. It doesn't matter. Oberliga, Germany.
Oberliga is the fifth tier for you guys. I'm sure if you've listened to us, you've understood that, but yeah.
Here we go, Oberliga. This is the Northeast. This is like Central. We'll go with Northeast for now. So basically you click on this. All right, we can just go to the table. So here's the teams. Now we can pick any of these. All right, we're gonna pick Bautzen here. I'm gonna copy and paste that.
I like this.
Hopefully you didn't see. And then Bautzen, okay, that's just the area. So Bautzen FC or SV. If how is that one? Let's go for another one that's a little more specific because that's just the name of a region. Here we go. So here's a club.
Cool.
So they have a Facebook, it looks like. They have their own website. It's the first link. So we click that.
Mm-hmm.
Then perfect.
Make sure you're on
Contact.
Google Translate too, people, because you
So
can get those.
you can Google Translate this right here. I'm using Safari at the moment, but it's only for
I
this
didn't know
purpose. So there you
Safari.
go.
Safari does it too, so you don't even need Google Translate anymore.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, fire.
Maybe that's
Cool.
a new update.
Nice.
There you go. Contact.
Mm-hmm.
Clicked it, and there is nothing. There is no email on this page. So let's go check out the Facebook.
I like that we got rejected live here, so we got to keep with it. This is going to
a real
happen.
live example. We're gonna find it.
Yeah, usually
I'm not signed in on my account here, but here we go. Well, there's a number. So first off, there's a number.
Mm-hmm.
You can try and call that or WhatsApp. You can even message it. It could be, yeah, you could get an answer via that. Let's translate all this for everyone to see.
Sean doesn't need it translated.
So far, it's not looking good.
No, we struck out on this one.
No, we're gonna go back and we're gonna try and find. What else do we have here? Footworkpod.de, maybe. I got something here.
I'm surprised there is no contact info.
Yeah. All right, so there we go. Back to the drawing board. So here we go.
Yep, let's do another one.
9th place.
I mean, we could talk about it. Sometimes it's good if you pick people that are towards the top or towards the bottom, because these are the teams that could be wanting to stay in, or it could be wanting to.
This is a beautiful site.
Beautiful one. Here we go.
So here we go. We have general inquiries, office, sports management of the youth, sports management of men, treasurer, PR, sponsorship, webmaster. So you would want to email sports management of men.
Like the best, yeah.
In this case, and you have an email, a phone number, mobile, telephone, and fax. So yeah, you could take email and phone number here. Yeah, and that's it. So you just copy and paste that. Then
why don't you copy and paste that over? Copy and paste that over to me. Send me a nice message so I can put that in there. One thing is that you'll see a lot of info websites. This happens a lot, especially if you see on someone's Facebook or something like this. I think anytime I've looked at teams in our league, it's an info. I mean, someone's usually looking at these. So the info is obviously not the best. That's why instead of general inquiries, we went straight to sports management of men. Seems like you could get the email to the right person, the person you want to email it to.
Right.
So, yeah, look for the best one. But if you do get that info one, you could always add in the email that if you could forward this on to the person responsible for these things, that would be greatly appreciated. Just a quick little blurb, and someone may know, whoever's handling that could know the person that's actually doing that within the club. So yeah, let's go into. Sorry,
it's different at every club, but like Dylan said, it will be forwarded to the right person. Generally speaking, sometimes it'll land on deaf ears and you won't ever get a response.
This is what happens.
Often, you will get a response, or they'll just forward it. They'll say thank you for the email, and then go on. But so here you go. Let's walk through the email here.
Yep. So I'm gonna copy and paste over our email. That's our guy. This is Brian Wagstaff here. So this all is gonna be as a goalie, as maybe some of you guys know our boy. So what was that team name, Sean? You remember?
Let me go back and just look.
Or what is his name? What is his name on the administrator? So
it doesn't even say. It's just D. It's just D. Ruhr, that guy. Okay. So you could put Mr.
Hair.
Ruhr, I think.
I mean,
Hair.
You could.
But so we wouldn't be speaking German in this case. So another thing that I would do personally is when we do finalize the email, I would just translate it into whatever language the country is in on the bottom.
So you would
it might not be a perfect translation, but I would just be the same email, but it would have English, and then under it I would put German.
So you would have it in English, and then you would have it in German. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good point. So yeah, you want to be specific with this. You want to not make it seem like it's a copy and paste and you're sending it out to every single person.
Hmm.
Believe it or not, people like to, I mean, not feel special, but like just don't want to feel like this guy doesn't care,
Yeah. So you
So
could say, dear Mr. Roer of FC Einheit.
how do you spell that?
It's in the email.
Uh, yep. So this is a little template we have. So my name is Brian Wagstaff. Will be generous to him. He's 23 and I am from the USA. You could be even more specific with that if you want to. So next part is that we want to go right into, at least what I think, is you want to go right into what you can provide for a team.
Right.
Who you are.
We're not gonna be generous here. We're not gonna say he's a 6.
No.
Midfield.
No, I mean, this is like, I mean, kind of goes off of some things that I would write, but yeah, a short description of talent. So I won't write it all, but yeah, I'm a goalkeeper with great communication skills. I'm good. Yeah,
Good in the
I think this
air.
is one
Good off the
thing
line.
here. Put your height in centimeters, especially if you're going to Europe, only if it benefits you. Don't put your height if you're 5'4". If you're a keeper and you're 5'10", don't put your height. I mean, they're gonna find out eventually, but a lot of times they will just write you out before even seeing you. So only put that in if that's to your advantage. So with Brian, he's a tall guy. So I'm a very tall goalkeeper. I command the
With
air
100
and
yeah.
I have communications. I have this many shutouts. I'm good with my feet. I can distribute out the back with both my left and right feet under pressure. I can throw out well to half line, be specific in these things and don't lie because they're going to see it if you
but not too long
wrong.
as well. It's got to be concise.
What do you think? 2-3 sentences?
Yeah, max.
Break it up. Yeah, okay. Easy. So that's that little short description. And then we want to say where you are. So even if you're not, I think this is our white lie of the day, where teams don't want to feel like they have to do anything. They don't want to feel like they're pressured into something. If you say I'm in the US and I want to come trial in Germany, that adds a layer to it, especially now in Corona times. If you mention that in Corona times, I don't know. I feel like that's a very low possibility that they will answer that. So where is the city? I don't know. Is it an Einheit? Is that a city?
It's it's like a small village. You could just say
what's the area of Germany?
It's between Hanover and Leipzig, so it's in the middle. So you could just say I'm going to be near Hanover.
Yeah, or say I'm currently or I'm going to be in, all these things.
Or you could even say the small city, which is Wernigerode. I could send it to you. But it's just like the biggest city that's closest to it. Because if you also say Hanover, they might have a problem because it's quite far. Wernigerode.
I mean, I was hardly listening, but say you're in that city.
Yeah.
Okay, say you're in that city and that you would very much like the opportunity to train with. Be specific. I think specifics always help to make it seem like it's not a copy and paste, kind of like what we're doing here, but just bring in everything. So I'm here from this date to this date, and can come any night that would work for you. You can also add that this is at no expense to them. You're covering all of your expenses. You could say, I think it's good to say I have ambitions to play here. Maybe not so much like I would love to play at your club. It's my dream to play at your club, because an Oberliga coach is going to be like, yeah, it's your dream to play at this Oberliga team in the small city in between Hanover and Leipzig, or that's not realistic. So just say I have ambitions to play here. I've heard about the level. I really believe I have the ability to impress given a chance and can add to your club. I hope I can get a chance or something like this. I don't know. You have anything to add in that? Keeping it short.
Yeah, no, I agree. Keep it short and concise. It's just
Yep.
that you're trying to get across to them that you're going to be in the area.
Mm-hmm.
You're of whatever position, and you would love to come down and train. And that's really it.
Yep.
And then, of course, on the bottom, you have here, my email is, you tell your email, your WhatsApp number, in case they want to message you or call you back, and then your CV.
Give options.
And then if you have highlights, which is kind of important for this,
this is very, I think it's very important for this.
Yeah,
I think it's very important for this.
If you're emailing, you need a highlight video. Because then it's there. You're even at this level, the amount of emails these teams get is ridiculous. It's
a shot in the dark, really, to take someone on trial who you never even remotely have an idea of what they even look like besides maybe your CV picture. Like, they have to see somewhere of you, even if it's a different level. Coaches can understand that, it's a game of opinion. So get your highlights done. I don't know if we've talked about that in another episode. Have we? We have, right? CV and highlights. Go back and listen to
CV
that
and highlights video.
It's on YouTube too. Go. And then, thank you for your time. I hope to hear back from you. Blah, blah, blah. Best, your name. Short, simple. And Sean has it so much that he would like to translate that into English. So everyone knows Google Translate. I'd like to take it even a step further. So for me, German. I like Deep L. So
okay, why?
So from what I've heard from people here is that it's usually a better translation, and then you can go in and change some things. So I mean, it's a little easier for us since we know a little bit of German, but you can change some of the tenses to make it like a lot of the times when you change it in Google, it'll go to like the polite tense of Sie. So instead of do or something. So it just has a little change. And if you click it, you can change something.
Okay.
Yep. So I mean, some things might not make sense. Usually it's pretty much on. And if it's not so close, they'll have an understanding. So I like Sean's idea of that. Good. Bring both in. Yeah. So then, I mean, obviously this part is missing everything you need to know or everything that you're describing yourself on. But yep, just a nice little, give it some space. I mean, is that too much though? Or you can add something translated below. So
here's why I would add in why it might help. It shows that like you're just taking a little bit of an extra step.
Yeah. I mean, we could add that.
It's like
breaks it up.
You're sending an email in a language that maybe the person doesn't speak and hoping to get a response from them. You want to make it as simple as possible for them to respond to you. And if this helps them see like, okay, well, maybe this, they went above and beyond to translate it extra in my language. Like they might not need it, but it can, maybe make a perception in their head that it's good because this is your first impression of whoever this email lands on. This might not be the coach. This might just be someone in management. But either way, that can be translated through the club about yourself.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, there's that. I mean, I don't know. Is there anything else for that one?
No, I think it's good, but let's do this in another country.
All right, cool.
I mean,
so we'll just do a full one all together.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think in most countries it's the same.
We'll do Sweden Division 1. So looking at some teams here. Let's just go with this right down there. If you see IFK Malmo FC, that's the one because they're playing Österlen. You see it right there. Division 1 is the third tier in Sweden, which is a pretty it's a pretty good tier. So it could be a stretch for your first contract. But again, you never know. Also, Malmo is a very beautiful city. I highly recommend it. I mean, so opportunity to just be there. So another way we can get one. So sometimes if it's a random country, I won't say Sweden's random, but if we look in here, we're seeing SofaScore, FlashScore, Soccer Stand. We're not really seeing a website pop up. So a lot of times if you go into transfer market, just looking around here, and right here. So stats and facts, there we go. We got the website. Got an automatic translation going there with Google. Contact us right away. Go into there. All right. Number of different ways to get in touch with us. If you prefer telephone, email, or letter. One thing, Sweden, they speak English a lot, so that's one you could take advantage of the phone number there. And then here we go. We got an info one. We got booking, finances, sales, member, youth activities. Okay, not the greatest there, but we got an info email. Oh, we got.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Underneath.
Never stop.
There you go.
Just keep scrolling. We got an
Yes.
administration here. And look, we got sports manager. We got the board. I mean, I wouldn't email the president, but I guess I mean, if you're taking shots here, but we have coaches here too. So I mean, maybe you could CC both of them. Maybe you could write one into the sports and manager.
Right.
I think a sports manager is a good one there. And then you could do one to
Yeah.
the coach too. I mean, like I
Right.
said, these guys may be flooded with emails, so you never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to just keep it available. So yeah, same one. I mean, we come here. Who are we doing this one for? For you, Sean?
Sure. Not Jack Felter.
Jack Felter. Yeah, easy. Jack Felter. Yeah, I mean, we said Jack Filter in the area, chance to play. It seems a little bit much. So,
or in Malmo, looking to train or something. In Malmo,
and here's one
opportunity
thing.
to
So
train.
Malmo use their vowels. You know, it's just another thing. Like if they have the umlaut, the two dots on something, use their vowels. So it's just another thing that makes it seem like you're not just taking the piss out of this. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna go into this quickly. Don't look.
Close your eyes.
And we'll keep this one up too. So another thing, chance to train. That's our subject there. Looking to train. I like that. So, dear IFK Malmo, or we had the name there, I believe.
Or in this case,
Let me go
Jesper
back to that.
Anderson. It's
That was
on
his
the
name,
email.
right? Yep, Jesper Anderson. Keep missing that. So
it's on the email. I didn't remember.
yeah. Hello, Jesper Anderson of IFK Malmo. My name is Jack Felter. I mean, Jack's got to be what, 22 now? Just had a kid.
Yeah.
And I am from
22 and a half.
Binghamton. I'm from Binghamton, USA.
Upstate New York.
I'm from upstate New York. So let's do
just keep it simple.
Let's do him
USA.
as a center back right here. So I'm a center back with he doesn't have the height, so I think we don't want to mention that. So I'm a pacey center back who can track down the last man and win tackles. So another thing here. This is an example. I'm a right-footed center back who wins aerial duels, has great recovery pace, remains vocal, and can play out from the back comfortably with both feet. That would be perfect. I think that's a pretty damn good description for you, honestly.
Yeah, I wonder who wrote that.
When you're playing center back. I think I wrote that. I might have wrote that just with you in mind, to be honest. So I am currently in Malmo, big city, I mean, but still, and would very much like the opportunity to train with your team. I'm here from this date to this date and can come any night. Not that I'm paying my way, but all my expenses are covered. You don't have to handle anything. That you can add that again. I would love the chance to prove myself. Remember, make each email its own a little bit. You can use this template, but spice it up each one. Yeah, easy. So my name, my email, my WhatsApp, my CV, my highlights, Thank you for your time. I'd like to hear back from you. So with some languages, I'm not sure how the translation is, but I mean, again, a lot of most Swedes know English, so
Yeah,
you
so
can put it.
Sweden
You can
is,
put it in both.
you could put it in both, but for Sweden, I personally probably wouldn't do it for any Scandinavian country
Think about.
because,
Yeah, it's different. The
you
translations are
know,
different. I mean, you
but
can,
whatever,
but
you leave
have
it.
the English.
Just do it.
Have the
Right.
English definitely for those countries.
Yeah.
Um, but for countries that I would have the translation. I mean, Spanish, French, German, Austrian. These ones, Scandinavians usually know English, so you can definitely have the English, if
Mm-hmm.
not both. But um, yeah, I would say Asian countries definitely have a translation just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it can hurt. It can hurt.
No,
I
it
don't
can't
see
hurt.
how it can hurt.
And just add that there's a translation. It might look a little longer, but if you break it up, it's fine.
Right.
So essentially from that's finding two clubs that we found, one in the 5th tier here in Germany, one in the third tier of Sweden. I think both levels that guys can play at. Um, I think I don't know. It depends on your level, but there's usually a spot for someone in the Oberliga if you can play. If you're really if you can play, you can play in the Oberliga.
Mm-hmm.
Division 1 in Sweden, there's different amounts of teams, but again, you could do the same thing with Division 2, work your way up, even start in Division 3 sometimes. So yeah, for me, I think that's a good start.
Yeah.
Anything you'd
It's
like to
just
add
in
there?
time. Now, just in time for the upcoming transfer window.
Yep.
And yeah, if you're looking for an opportunity, I mean, this is a place to start, and you can do this in the comfort of your home. But at least
Yep.
it's a step in the right direction.
Yep.
We always say coming or going into whatever country it is going to be the best for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's more of a risk, of course, and you're investing in yourself because you have to buy a flight and pay for your stay, or whether you can arrange staying at someone's place. That's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it will give you a better chance because it's at the lower levels. It depends on the country, but at the lower levels, most teams will allow you to train because they like the training numbers. At a lot of the lower levels, they don't always have, if they have a roster of 25, they're not getting 25 players at every training.
Yeah, guys have
So
jobs, guys have other commitments. It's an
they
amateur league for a
welcome the
reason.
numbers.
Yep.
Exactly. And you really have a good chance of being able to train with them. Especially if you're in the air, you get the right contact, and you just ask, and most times they'll say yes.
Yeah. And I was just going to add, especially, I mean, if you don't have a name, I mean, an Oberliga team, a Landesliga team, 5th, 6th tier, I mean, they'll take a look at you. But they definitely won't provide anything for your trial,
Right.
So that's why it's important to, I think, add that you're somewhere, you're here. This is not going to hurt you guys. I can get there by my own. You can add things like this that show. They have to do as little work as possible, because at the end of the day, they just want to watch that highlight tape for maybe a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops, and then just be like, yeah, I mean, if he sucks, we just won't tell him to come back. If he's good, if he's better than we expected to, we might sign him that week. We've seen all of these things happen. So keep an open mind. Be willing to travel if you don't have anything and you really want to pursue this, because you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You go travel like a cool ass country like Germany, like Sweden, stay in a city, email all of those teams in a city. And look, you just had a vacation, and then you just got a chance at one of the best chances you've ever had at a trial, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Cool. That's all I got, people. Just take a chance. And we're here if you have any questions on this. We're always answering, guys. So let us know.
Yeah, hit us up with any questions, concerns, or looking for opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
We've already helped a few players currently, and looking just to help the next people come up, because the reality is there's a lot of opportunity here, and we know a lot of players that are better than the players at these levels.
Mhm.
So it's not a matter of talent. It's just knowing where the opportunities are and how to get them.
Especially for a start. It may not be the best contract that you've ever had. It may not be something that you can live off of, but it's a start. And that's how guys have to approach it. And that's how
Exactly.
people taught us to approach it, like Fabian, like Joe, like some of our mentors. So take that advice, listen to those guys too, and hopefully this helps. That's us.
Yeah.
Footwork is sponsored by ourselves, but also Kong Fitness and Merchant Designs, baby. Follow us on Instagram at Footwork_podcast. Twitter is at Footwork Podcast. YouTube and Facebook, just check out Footwork Podcast, search it. Email us if you need anything, any questions at footworkpodcast@gmail.com. And remember, plug, pass. Tell your parents, Amazon delivery guy, mailman, I don't know who, just tell them. Like, subscribe, review, all of it helps. Danke.